What's up, you guys? My name is Roman Empire Builds or Rebuilds here, back today with another LEGO MOC video. Today's MOC, the Razor Crest, is a Star Wars one based off the popular show The Mandalorian. It's a Republic-era gunship, but it's heavily modified by our hero, The Mandalorian. Now, this is a really intricate model with lots and lots of details and fun little building techniques, so without further ado, guys, let's jump right into the build. And here is the Razor Crest in all its glory, and man, this ship was so fun to build. There was a lot of trial and error. It's definitely was a tough one. It was definitely pretty hard to build, but I think it came out really nicely. The shape is really good, and if you look at the top profile here, that's really accurate. I tried to get that as accurate as possible, and there were multiple variations before this one that I kind of experimented with and did a little bit like that, but in the end, the front was too chubby on one of them, the engines weren't symmetrical, the back wasn't long enough. There were a lot of things that kind of stopped me from getting this design, but I think this final design is perfect. I like the Razor Crest, the look of it a lot, and I think this captures it really well. Taking a look at the stand, it's all black, and I just love the all black look. I have more microships that I will be showing off in the future, and I really just use the all black design for a lot of my microships. It's just so smooth and looks clean, but unfortunately, dust and stuff does show up on it really well, so excuse that. But I do have Baby Yoda and the Mandalorian in their microscale forms down below. They aren't accurate. I mean, they aren't perfect, but you can tell who they are based on the Razor Crest high above them. Also, put it on a hinge so you can display it in any way you want. I display it like this. It just looks better, I think, the diagonal. But you can also display it like more angled or less angled, but I think this is the sweet spot to get it in. So with the stand out of the way, now you can see the complete Razor Crest in its splendor. I like this model a lot. I think it turned out really well considering all the really tough techniques that are in this thing. I'm not gonna lie, it's not easy to build. Like, this would never be a Lego set. It is too fragile. There's a lot of very intricate techniques going through there. Lots of, seeing there's more angle plates there. I don't know if that's focused, but yeah, as you can see, I'm just going to give you some more shots here on the outside so you can kind of see what this model is all about. As you can see, I tried to fill in the gaps with these hinge plates there. There are some gaps still, but I feel like it's not that big of a problem. The part you're going to want to hold this model by is the back. I definitely hold it by here all the time because I'm not gonna lie, it's not that strong in the center. You can definitely hold it there, like it's a pretty casual model to pick up, but the front if these two studs on the side here come off, then this whole assembly in the front will kind of fall off, and it's definitely, the front is a little more fragile. It holds its place if you're not touching it, but without that, it's definitely more sturdy in the back here. This entire back area is very strong, holds the thing up very well. The superstructure, like the strength of the model, goes through the center here. It's this big plate assembly with all these stacked plates and this greebling, and it really works really well. And also, you can see the greebling I did. I used these black hole studs for like the gunshot, like laser kind of scarred effect. I like the fact that I threw in some dark brown, or sand brown, I guess, which works really well to kind of give it some variation, not just be all gray, which I feel like is really good. I used a sticker piece here from, I think, an old TIE Fighter, I'm pretty sure, or is it printed? I don't know. But it's a cool detail piece. And you can see the turbines here. There's a gap here, but I didn't really know how to fix that. There's really no piece that kind of works there. Plus I had limited pieces. Like, I don't have infinite pieces. So, yeah. My favorite views of this ship is from the front. I just love how it looks. The turbines and the way they come together toward the body, it just really looks really nice. These guns can be angled, though they're supposed to remain stationary. I didn't really know how else to put them on and have them straight, so I just attached them to this front assembly where there's a little bit of greebling up front just to give you that indication that there's a line there. I didn't continue it up here because I felt like it would be too noticeable if this thing was sticking out farther than the windshield is going. I do like this thing I did for the windshield, though. It is attached on a very slight hinge. I don't know if you can see that, but it kind of can go up a little bit, but it rests down here, and it really works. It gives the whole front of the ship that slight incline that you really need in Razor Crest to give that authentic look. Over here, this is one of the more fragile bits of the ship. These little things that are attached just by the little neck bracket pieces, and they don't actually fit all the way because they hit against this wall here. But when you really look at it from the side, those pieces are invaluable. Without them, there's just a big gap there, and it really does not look good. There are still some gaps here, but I feel like it's excusable, and the major gap was up here, but I fixed that with these pieces, so that's pretty nice. Another aspect of the front of the ship that I really like is these I don't know how you call the side plates of the hull. They're angled, they're pinched towards the middle and also angled down, pinched on the bottom. And I got that effect with this entire assembly on here just being also on one of those brick hinges, as you can see right there. And then I hinged this entire section attached onto this section. So that's how I got that really cool effect, and I like it a lot. I feel like it just makes the effect of this ship so much cooler, and I feel like if you just had slanted walls, it wouldn't work as well. It just would be a really ugly and blocky ship, but I feel like it gives it a lot more of a smoother effect. And yeah, and as you can see, there are, as I said before, there are some gaps, but looking at it from most angles, you really can't see that, and it really looks like a really complete model. Just a few more details. I did use spring-loaded shooters in some bricks just because I had them on hand, and because they give a nice little bit of texture with that kind of line here. I used one here and two around each side. I used one here, as you can see, and one there. And I feel like it looks really good. The side profile as well is pretty darn accurate. I feel like aside from a few gaps and this big bit up here, it's pretty good. But this bit is actually for your thumb, and it's a really good vantage point to really hold the ship because it's not breaking if you hold it from here. I also added these little gray bits that are really securely held on there. Actually, I haven't had them fall off a lot, even though they're only attached with one stud. Speaking of falling off, this bit, of course, you don't really have to hit because it's only attached with 4 studs. It's not that heavy, but it does attach pretty lightly onto the ship, so if you're not careful, that can snap off, but it does not normally snap off. Over here, I did not have the pieces to kind of get that orange glow in there. I wanted that, but I felt like it's a pretty good excuse. I mean, this thing is on a display thing, so it's pretty normal just to have gray engines. I also don't know how I would have attached center orange bit there, but those still look pretty nice. I like the engine detailing with the Technic brick. It's kind of unintentional, but it works. Some more shots of the engines here. And excuse me if some parts are yellow. They're just old parts that I have on hand. However, I feel like they're essential. And they do turn, but they really aren't supposed to. So yeah, those are the engines. And the top profile, in case anyone was curious, it looks really accurate and nice. I really like the profile here. And also, more shots of this are on my Instagram page, and I'll link that or at least put it in the description below. So, yeah, that's the Razor Crest. So yeah, guys, this is my Razor Crest from The Mandalorian. This is my new MOC. It's a great addition to my MOC collection and a great display piece as well. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, give me feedback, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.